Get ready, because the tech world is absolutely exploding with news that could reshape how we interact with the digital universe. In a landscape that shifts faster than you can refresh a page, staying ahead is key, and we've got the essential updates you absolutely cannot afford to miss. We're kicking things off with a bombshell. Perplexity has reportedly made a staggering $34.5 billion bid to acquire Google's Chrome browser. This isn't just about a browser. It's about who controls the gateway to information for billions worldwide. Next up, we're exploring the critical question of how brands can navigate this rapidly evolving digital landscape. With AI increasingly shaping how users discover content, the strategies that worked yesterday might be obsolete tomorrow. We'll break down what this means for your brand's visibility and how to ensure you remain relevant in an AI-first world. Then, we turn our attention to the titans of tech. Apple is reportedly eyeing major AI players like Mistral and Perplexity, signaling a potential shift in their strategy. Is Siri about to get a massive upgrade, and could this shake up the AI dominance of Google and Samsung? We've got the details on their ambitious plans. Finally, we're diving into the specifics of Apple's potential AI acquisitions, examining the internal debates and the market pressures driving these considerations. Will Apple make a bold move to catch up in the AI race, or will they stick to their tried-and-true methods? Stick around as we unpack it all and reveal what it means for the future of AI. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Perplexity's bold bid, a $34.5 billion play for Chrome's gateway. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the technology and business sectors, AI startup Perplexity has reportedly placed an astounding $34.5 billion bid to acquire Google's Chrome browser. This isn't merely a financial transaction. It represents a potential seismic shift in how billions of people access and interact with the digital world, akin to Google's own ascent as the primary gateway to the internet years ago. For anyone involved in brand strategy and digital communications, the implications are nothing short of profound. Chrome is far more than just a web browser. It functions as a critical advertising channel, a powerful filter for brand perception, and the essential link between consumers and the narratives that influence their decisions. Understanding Perplexity's bid requires viewing it not just as a headline-grabbing sum of money, but as a strategic declaration that the established methods of brand outreach are on the cusp of a radical transformation. The traditional digital ecosystem has long been dominated by search engines like Google. Their model relies on users inputting queries, receiving a list of links, and advertisers vying for visibility on those results pages. Brands have historically focused on search engine optimization, SEO, to ensure their content ranks highly. Perplexity, however, champions a different paradigm. An AI-driven answer engine that provides curated, synthesized responses directly to users, rather than merely pointing them to external websites. If Perplexity were to gain control of Chrome, this entire discovery mechanism would pivot dramatically towards conversational AI outputs. Imagine opening your browser and receiving an immediate, sourced answer at the top of the screen, bypassing the traditional search results page. For brands, this necessitates a fundamental rethinking of their digital strategy. The focus could shift from optimizing for keywords and links to a more complex challenge: becoming the authoritative, citable source that AI models rely upon to generate these answers. Communications professionals will need to adapt, prioritizing content that is not just discoverable, but demonstrably credible and trustworthy. This elevates the importance of original research, data-backed insights, and clearly documented expertise. Consider the cautionary tale of CNET, which faced significant backlash and trust erosion in 2023 due to factual inaccuracies in its AI-generated articles. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of audiences when AI-powered content lacks verifiable accuracy. In an AI-first Chrome environment, brands that fail to publish transparent, accurate, and easily verifiable material risk becoming invisible, uncited sources. Conversely, companies like Nike have shown how AI can be integrated with a strong creative vision to enhance brand reputation and campaign impact. Nike's use of generative AI in advertising was not just about adopting new technology. It was about aligning innovation with their core brand message of empowerment. This strategic integration is precisely what will earn visibility in an AI-curated landscape, where algorithms are likely to reward authority, relevance, and genuine resonance. Brand authority is poised to become the most valuable digital currency. A Chrome browser under Perplexity's influence would likely prioritize sources that clearly demonstrate expertise, extensive experience, and unwavering trustworthiness, aligning with Google's own increasing emphasis on EEAT principles: expertise, experience, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. This means traditional press releases will need to be augmented with thought leadership disseminated through reputable publications, academic partnerships, and transparent reporting on societal impact. Reputation management must evolve to account for how AI models interpret sentiment and accuracy in real time. During a crisis, AI platforms will synthesize public statements, media coverage, and historical data instantaneously. Brands lacking a foundation of transparency and responsiveness may find the AI-generated narrative skewed negatively, making proactive reputation building more critical than ever. This shift has significant implications for B2B companies as well. Business decision-makers, like all consumers, increasingly rely on AI summaries to navigate complex information. If Chrome adopts an AI-first interface, B2B communications must be structured to be easily parsed, cited, and surfaced by AI. White papers, for instance, may need to be accessible without gated forms, and case studies must be organized to allow algorithms to extract key proof points. B2B content must serve a dual purpose: persuading human executives and providing machine-readable evidence that earns inclusion in AI-generated answers. Microsoft's Copilot offers a preview of this trend, already assisting in drafting presentations and summarizing reports in many workplaces. If Chrome integrates similar AI capabilities for consumers, these behaviors will inevitably extend to how professionals evaluate vendors and competitors. Whether or not Perplexity's bid for Chrome materializes, the message is clear. Browsers are evolving from neutral conduits into curated environments where AI actively shapes user perception. Brand strategies must adapt beyond traditional media relations and SEO, embracing AI as a new layer of influence. The brands that will succeed are those that prioritize building verifiable authority and ensuring their content is AI-ready. Hold on tight, because the very way we find information is about to get a major upgrade. Next, we're exploring how tech giants are making their own strategic AI moves, and it could change everything. The AI arms race, Apple's strategic scramble for dominance. In the rapidly evolving landscape of artificial intelligence, the tech world is abuzz with discussions about major players making strategic moves to secure their position. While rivals like Google and Meta platforms have been aggressively pursuing AI through substantial investments, acquisitions, and licensing agreements, Apple has largely adhered to its established strategy of smaller, more focused acquisitions. However, recent reports reveal that Apple has indeed considered more significant targets, including AI startups Mistral and Perplexity, signaling a potential inflection point in their approach to AI development. This internal deliberation has sparked concern among investors and industry analysts, who worry that Apple might be falling behind in the critical AI race, potentially impacting the future of its iconic products and services. The internal debate within Apple regarding the pace and scale of its AI acquisitions is multifaceted. Eddie Q, a senior executive overseeing Apple's services division, has been a prominent advocate for more aggressive, large-scale deals. His track record includes pushing for significant acquisitions in the past, such as the $3 billion acquisition of Beats in 2014, and advocating for potential deals with companies like Netflix and Tesla. Q's perspective suggests a belief that bold, external acquisitions are necessary to rapidly integrate cutting-edge AI capabilities and maintain market leadership. Conversely, other influential leaders, such as Craig Federighi, Apple's senior vice president of software engineering, have expressed more caution. Federighi and his team have historically favored an in-house development approach, believing that internal innovation and control over technology are paramount. This preference for organic growth, while successful in many areas for Apple, raises questions about its efficacy in the fast-paced AI sector, where agility and rapid integration of external breakthroughs are crucial. Despite possessing a formidable cash reserve exceeding $133 billion, Apple has historically shied away from large acquisitions. This cautious approach is often attributed to concerns about overpaying for assets, the potential for cultural clashes between acquiring and acquired companies, and the desire to maintain tight control over its product development and user experience. Apple's corporate development team, led by Adrian Perica, typically operates with a high degree of discretion, often eschewing external investment bankers and preferring meticulously calculated, internally driven deals. However, the current AI environment is characterized by unprecedented speed and intense competition. Giants like Google and Meta are not only investing heavily, but are also actively acquiring top AI talent and technologies through massive deals. Furthermore, an external factor looms large: a potential court ruling that could end the lucrative $20 billion annual payment Google makes to Apple to maintain its position as the default search engine within the Safari browser. Such a ruling would not only eliminate a significant revenue stream, but also remove a key AI partner, potentially compelling Apple to acquire a search-focused AI startup to bridge the gap and ensure its ecosystem remains competitive. Wall Street analysts currently hold a mixed but generally optimistic view on Apple's stock, AAPL. The consensus rating, based on recent analyst reports, is a moderate buy, with a breakdown of 16 buys, 11 holds, and only one sell recommendation over the past 3 months. The average price target of $239.60 per share suggests a potential upside of approximately 5.4%. This outlook reflects confidence in Apple's underlying business, but also highlights the market's anticipation of significant moves in the AI space. The question remains whether Apple will opt for bolder acquisition strategies to accelerate its AI development and fend off competitors, or if it will continue to rely on its traditional, more measured approach. The outcome could significantly shape Apple's competitive standing in the AI-driven future. Could these strategic acquisitions redefine the future of personal assistance and device intelligence? Prepare yourself, because we're about to dissect the potential impact of these AI ambitions on the entire tech landscape. Apple's AI gambit, eyeing Mistral and Perplexity for Siri's future. In a significant development within the fiercely competitive artificial intelligence arena, Apple is reportedly exploring strategic acquisitions of leading AI firms Mistral and Perplexity. This move signals a potential paradigm shift for the tech giant, as it contemplates how to bolster its own AI capabilities, particularly for its ubiquitous voice assistant, Siri. The tech industry has been closely watching rivals like Google and Samsung, who have made substantial strides and investments in AI, leading to speculation about whether Apple might finally make a decisive move to challenge their dominance. The question on many minds is whether Apple's potential embrace of Mistral and Perplexity could be the key to revitalizing Siri and positioning it to compete more effectively against its AI-powered counterparts. For years, Siri has faced criticism for lagging behind competitors in terms of conversational abilities, contextual understanding, and the breadth of its knowledge base. While Apple has continuously refined Siri through software updates, the pace of innovation has often been perceived as slower compared to the rapid advancements seen in AI models from Google, with its Gemini and other emerging players. The perceived gap in AI performance has led to concerns among investors and analysts about Apple's competitiveness in a market where AI is increasingly becoming a core differentiator for consumer electronics and software platforms. The company's traditional strategy has leaned towards in-house development and smaller, targeted acquisitions, allowing for tight integration and control over its ecosystem. However, the sheer speed and scale of AI advancements may be compelling Apple to reconsider this approach, especially as it aims to enhance the intelligence and utility of Siri, which is deeply embedded across its vast product line, from iPhones and iPads to Macs and HomePods. The potential acquisition of Mistral AI, a French startup that has quickly gained recognition for its powerful large language models, LLMs, could provide Apple with state-of-the-art AI technology. Mistral's models are known for their efficiency and performance, offering a strong foundation for developing more sophisticated AI features. Similarly, Perplexity, an AI-powered search engine that provides direct answers rather than just links, presents an opportunity for Apple to rethink its information discovery mechanisms. Integrating Perplexity's capabilities could transform how users access information through Siri and Safari, potentially offering more conversational and synthesized responses. This aligns with a broader industry trend where AI is moving beyond simple voice commands to become a more proactive and intelligent assistant. The internal discussions at Apple, as reported, indicate a tension between the desire for bold, external acquisitions and the preference for in-house innovation, reflecting the complex strategic decisions the company faces in the AI domain. Executives like Eddie Q have reportedly championed more aggressive acquisition strategies, drawing parallels to past successful deals, while others maintain a more cautious stance, favoring organic development. Apple's substantial financial resources, including over $133 billion in cash reserves, provide it with the capacity to make significant AI acquisitions. However, the company's historical reluctance to engage in large-scale deals stems from concerns about integration challenges, potential cost overruns, and the preservation of its unique corporate culture. Yet, the competitive pressures are undeniable. Google's substantial investments in AI and its integration of AI into its core products, coupled with Meta's advancements, create a challenging landscape for Apple. Moreover, the ongoing legal proceedings concerning Google's default search engine status on Apple devices could have significant financial and strategic implications. If Google were to lose its advantageous position, Apple might need to bolster its own AI-driven search and information retrieval capabilities, potentially through acquisitions like Perplexity. The outcome of these strategic considerations will be crucial in determining Siri's future capabilities and Apple's overall standing in the AI-powered digital ecosystem. Will these bold AI moves finally put Apple back in the driver's seat of innovation? Stay tuned as we break down the market reactions and what this could mean for your favorite devices. Apple's AI hesitation. Inside the 133B tech giant's strategic AI decisions. In the hyper-competitive sphere of artificial intelligence, tech juggernaut Apple AAPL has found itself under scrutiny for its measured approach to major AI acquisitions. While rivals such as Google, GOOGL, and Meta platforms, Meta, have been aggressively investing billions in AI deals and licensing agreements, Apple has largely maintained its strategy of pursuing smaller, more targeted acquisitions. However, internal discussions have revealed that Apple has indeed considered significant targets, including AI startups Mistral and Perplexity, to bolster its AI capabilities. Despite these considerations, the company has yet to commit to any large-scale AI deals, leading to growing concerns among investors and analysts that Apple may be ceding ground in the critical AI race. The internal deliberations at Apple highlight a divergence in strategic thinking regarding the company's AI future. Eddie Q, a long-serving executive and the head of Apple's Services division, has emerged as a strong proponent of more ambitious acquisition strategies. His history includes advocating for major company purchases, such as Netflix and Tesla, and he was instrumental in the $3 billion acquisition of Beats in 2014. Q's perspective suggests a belief that substantial external acquisitions are necessary to quickly integrate advanced AI technologies and maintain Apple's competitive edge. In contrast, other key leaders, including Craig Federighi, Apple's senior vice president of software engineering, have expressed greater hesitation. Federighi and his team have traditionally favored an in-house development model, prioritizing the meticulous building of technology from the ground up. This preference for internal innovation, while a hallmark of Apple's success, raises questions about its adaptability in the rapidly evolving AI landscape, where speed and external expertise are often critical. Apple's conservative approach to acquisitions is further underscored by its substantial financial war chest, boasting over $133 billion in cash. This immense liquidity offers the capacity for significant strategic moves. However, the company has historically been wary of large-scale acquisitions due to potential risks, including overpaying for assets, the challenges of integrating different corporate cultures, and the desire to maintain strict control over its product development pipeline and user experience. Apple's corporate development team, led by Adrian Perica, typically operates with a high degree of autonomy, often bypassing external bankers and focusing on carefully calculated, internally vetted deals. Yet, the current AI environment demands a different kind of agility. The rapid advancements by competitors like Google and Meta, who are actively acquiring top AI talent and technologies, present a formidable challenge. Adding to this pressure is the potential fallout from a court ruling that could terminate the annual $20 billion payment Google makes to Apple for its default search engine status on iPhones. Such a decision would not only impact Apple's revenue, but could also necessitate the acquisition of a search-focused AI startup to fill a potential void and ensure the continued competitiveness of its ecosystem. Looking at Wall Street sentiment, analysts maintain a generally positive outlook on Apple stock, AAPL. The consensus rating is a moderate buy, supported by 16 buy ratings, 11 holds, and a single sell recommendation within the past 3 months. The average analyst price target of $239.60 per share indicates an anticipated upside potential of approximately 5.4%. This sentiment reflects confidence in Apple's core business, but also underscores the market's expectation for decisive action in the AI domain. The critical question remains: will Apple embrace more aggressive acquisition strategies to accelerate its AI development and counter competitive threats, or will it continue with its traditionally cautious, in-house approach? The answer could significantly shape Apple's trajectory in the AI-driven future. Will these strategic AI considerations finally propel Apple to the forefront of innovation? Join us after the break as we recap the biggest stories and look ahead. And that's a wrap on today's Essential Tech Updates. We saw Perplexity make a massive $34.5 billion bid for Chrome, potentially changing how we all access the internet. Then we dug into how brands need to adapt their strategies for an AI-first world. We also covered Apple's internal debates about acquiring AI leaders Mistral and Perplexity to supercharge Siri. Finally, we analyzed Apple's measured approach to AI acquisitions amidst fierce competition. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe for more insights, ring the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments below. You can also follow us on all our social channels for even more updates. Thanks for watching ChatGPT Insights.